All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our objective today. We're going to solve problems that's looking for interest and the total amount using the compound interest formula. All right, so I want you guys to take a second and I want you guys to jot down this formula. This is our formula. Jot it down. Pause the video, jot it down. All right, I hope that you guys wrote down that formula because you need it, as well as what that is. The big difference here is if you look at the two formulas. As you look at the two formulas, the simple interest formula calculates interest. I know that because it says I equals. That lets me know that whenever I do my calculation, it's going to give me interest. Let me say that one more time. Whenever you use the simple interest formula, it calculates and gives you interest. However, the compound interest formula says A equals. What did A stand for? The total amount. There's the big difference right there. You have to understand that is the fundamental difference. The compound interest formula gives you the total amount. It does not calculate interest. It calculates the total amount. That's the big difference. So you got to keep in mind that, hey, if I'm reading a problem and I determine that the problem is using the compound interest formula, that when I use this formula, it's going to give me the total amount. Now, with that said, I need you to jot this down in your notes. Pause the video and jot this down in your notes. All right, I hope you paused the video. I hope you wrote that down. This says that, hey, if your problem says simple interest, we're going to simple interest, but ask for the total amount. Don't use the compound interest formula. This is a mistake that students make. Just because we know that we're looking for the total amount, that does not mean we use the compound interest formula. We have to determine what kind of interest are we talking about, okay? If we determine that, hey, it says simple interest, anytime it says simple interest, I have to use I equals PRT. And then once I find the interest, I add the principal. This is basically what we did on yesterday and the day prior. We used the simple interest formula to find the interest, and if we saw that it asked for the total amount, we then added the principal to the interest to get the total amount. So now, compound interest. So if we know that we're going to use the compound formula, and it says compound annually, but we say, hey, I know that this problem is asking me for interest. Don't use I equals PRT because I know that that's going to give me interest. That's incorrect. That formula gives you interest, but it's only for simple interest. You're going to use the compound interest formula, and then you're going to subtract the principal from the total amount to find the interest. All right, let's go over to our class kick, and let's work some of these problems. All right, I want to go over to my first one. All right, so it says, hey, example, $100 is invested at 10% interest compound yearly. How much would you have invested for 6 years? First and foremost, if I'm looking at this problem, I know that my principal is 100. My rate is, I know this by heart. I want you guys to use the calculator to help you, but it's 0.10, and my time is going to be 6 years. Okay, what else do I know? I'm inserting another text box. Well, first of all, I know that that this is compound, and it's asking for the total amount. All right, so what is the formula? Now remember, the formula was the amount equals the principal parentheses 1 plus the rate, close parentheses, and we raise that to the power of time. Okay, so what does that look like? It's going to look like this. The principal is 100, parentheses 1 plus 0.10, close parentheses, and we're going to raise that to the power of 6. Okay, let's go to my calculator. What does that look like? Well, we said 100 parentheses, and you guys can't see my parentheses, but I'm going to do my parentheses. And so we're going to do 1 plus 0.1 close parentheses. Now to get that exponent, I'm going to select that, and that was to the 6th year. Enter. Therefore, the total amount, and we need to round this correctly, the total amount is going to be $177, and that's going to be 16 cents. Okay? $177.16. Let's go back to class kick. And so my answer was $177.16. And it's not showing up. $177.16. Let's look at another example. Gina invested $500 at 12% compound annually. If she leaves it in her money in for 10 years, how much will she have? Let's look at that. So here, my principal is 500. My rate is 12%. Okay. Remember, I told you guys I want you to take that rate and divide it by 100 in the calculator so that you don't make errors. And the time is 10 years. So what does that look like? The formula, I'm actually going to come over here. Well, let's go back first. Let's go back. So I know that I'm using compound interest, right? And I'm looking for the total amount because it does not state interest. And so I'm just going to copy this right here because I want to save on time. I'm really trying to save on time. And it's not pasting. That's fine. All right, so we know that it's compound interest. The time is going to be, we're looking for the total amount. And the formula is A equals P parentheses 1 plus R close parentheses, and it's going to be raised to the power of the time. So what is that going to look like? That's going to be 500 parentheses 1 plus 0.12 close parentheses raised to the 10th power. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our calculator. We have 500 parentheses 1 plus 0.12 close parentheses. Remember, this is how you get your exponents, and that's going to be raised to the 10th power. And there is our answer. This is a 4. 4 is going to tell that 2 to remain the same. So that's $1,552.92. 1552.92. So we got 1552.92 cents. Okay. I want you guys to try this one. I want you to pause the video and I want you to try this one. Pause the video, try it, pause the video, try it. I hope you pause the video. I'm going straight into this. My principal, 5,000. My rate is 0.085. My time is 6 years. Okay. So this is compound. We're looking for the total amount. Okay. I'm not going to put the formula up there because I'm really trying to save time. That's going to be 5,000. This is what it'll look like. Parentheses 1 plus 0.085 close parentheses raised to the 6th power. Let's go to our calculator. 5,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.085 close parentheses. I need to select this, and I forgot my time. Honestly, my time, what was it? 6 raised to the 6th year. Oh, hold on. Let's make sure I'm up there. 6 years. So that's $8,157.34. 8157. Class kick. So our answer is 8157. And I really don't remember the cents. I'm gonna bypass that because I'm trying to save on time. But I do want you guys to put the cents on there. I'm just really trying to save on time and get to where I need to move on. All right, so next problem. Let's look at this. Tom borrowed $75 at 5.5% compound annually. How much? Boom. Y'all see that? We are now looking for interest. So let's get in here. Principal, 75. Rate, 0.055. My time is 7. Okay. Now here, I know that this is compound. I'm looking for interest. Okay. So what does this look like? This is what this looks like, ladies and gentlemen. So we will have 75 parentheses 1 plus 0.055 close parentheses, and we're going to raise that to the 7th. Okay, so I'm going to go to my calculator, and that was 75 parentheses 1 plus 0.055 close parentheses, and my time was 7 years. So I'm going to go here, raise to the 7th. All right, enter. So that gives me 10,910, and that's 9 cents. Back to class kick. That was 10,910.09. Now here's the thing. What we're gonna have to do. This is the total amount, ladies and gentlemen. So what you have to do is you have to take the total amount and you're going to subtract the principal. Remember, we're still working the concept of P plus I equals T, right? Remember, we talked about principal plus the interest gives you the total amount. All right. So if we have the total amount and we're trying to find the interest, we're just going to do the opposite. It's going to be total amount minus the principal gives you the interest. This is basically what we're doing here. So I got a little calculator here because I'm really trying to save on time, and I'm just going to do that. So minus the 75. So the answer to this is 3410.09. That's our interest. All right. Let's do it one more time. And I'm going to move fast. Right here, we are looking for interest, right? So my principal is 680. My rate is 0.055. And my time is 7.5 years. Once again, I know that this is compound. I'm looking for interest. So what that'll look like is 680 parentheses 1 plus 0.055, and we're going to raise that to the 7.5 power. Go to my calculator. That's 680 parentheses 1 plus 0.055 close parentheses raised to the 7.5 power. And there's my answer there. Y'all see that? That's 1016.02. All right. 1016.02. We're going to subtract the 680. And I'm going to do that in my little handheld calculator here. And that gives me 336 0.02. Guys, practice that and get back to me in the meets. All right, I'm gonna end it here.